So we're gonna make us a meatloaf. We got 5 eggs in here, and we're just throwing this together with what we got. Kind of mixed up, so we don't have big clumps. We have this about 2.7 pounds of hamburger. So you always want at least 1 egg per pound. And it's good to, you can have about 2 eggs per pound. I'm throwing in a pound of sausage. This is sage. It really doesn't matter what kind. Each kind will give it a little different flavor. We want some W sauce, Worcestershire. I always throw some mustard. We need to finish this off. So a lot of times for a pound, I put about a spoon's worth. And I'm gonna get a little more than that. Alright, we're gonna throw a few packets in there, because I'm not gonna open a new package just for this. We'll throw some garlic powder on. We have some salsa that needs used up, so instead of throwing ketchup, I'm gonna throw this salsa in there. And a lot of times too, I'll cut up like some green, red peppers, onions. But since we're throwing the salsa in, we don't need all that. Then we should have about a 1/2 to 3/4 cup of kind of filler, whether you like to use chips, crackers, breadcrumbs, some oats. So you should have about a 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup per like pound. So I'll throw some oats in there. A lot of times Amish use oats. I prefer more of the breadcrumbs. A lot of times I use this seasoned, like Italian style breadcrumbs. I have seen recipes where they use stovetop stuffing. I have made that before. Not a big fan. The breadcrumb pieces are so big, you'd almost need to take a hammer and smash them. So, that in there. Did we forget anything? Beef, onions, peppers, garlic, breadcrumbs, W sauce, ketchup. Oh, you could put some thyme or something like that in it. We're using the Italian style breadcrumbs. So that should be good for now. We'll put some gloves on. We'll mix this up. So here we're gonna mix all this in. Oh, I did forget to put some brown sugar. I see it sitting there on the table. A lot of times I like that. It'll help make it sweet. You're gonna dump some brown sugar in there. All right, go ahead and dump some in the pan for me. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you. We'll throw some of that. We'll keep some of this for the topping. That big clump there. Let's got some dry ingredients on the bottom here. Some of the breadcrumbs to mix in. You can see some of the pepper and onion pieces that came out of that salsa. But normally I'll use ketchup, onions, peppers. But since we already had that out, opened, it needed to be used. That's what we're throwing in. So this here should make a couple loaves. So go ahead and get that thrown down there in that pan. And you want to compress it, but you don't want to compress it too much. We want it enough that it's going to end up being solid when we're done cooking. You can do this without putting it in a pan like this. You can put it on a flat tray and kind of compress it in. Sometimes I'll put potatoes and things around it to let it cook in here. Now we're gonna mix us up some sauce to go on top of it. So we're gonna go in here and go ahead and add a couple more packs of mustard to the sauce. This is some garlic powder. Some more W sauce. We're gonna need lots of ketchup here. Get this mixed in. I'm gonna fill this just about all the way up with ketchup here. This is kind of mixed the way you like it to taste. You could use some plain tomato sauce. Putting the brown sugar in as this cooks, this will turn a really dark red. That's mixed up pretty good. We'll go ahead and start laying that out. I like this nice and thick. We're going to throw these in at 375 for about 45 minutes, covered with foil, and then I will take the foil off and finish cooking it for probably another 15 minutes. I'm going to uncover this. It's been in for 45 minutes. Just do that a little ways to go here. You got some green beans going. I'm going to throw a little bit of this juice off the meatloaf in with the green beans to give it some extra seasoning. I'll put this back in for about 15 more minutes. And there we have meatloaf with green beans and sausage, mashed potatoes with cheese on it.